cut a 3-pound roast in half because there's just 2 of us, and we'll have leftovers from this. And then I seasoned it with garlic and onion powder and salt and pepper. And I put a little oil in the pan, and I'm searing it. Now I'll put the seared roast on a rack in a roaster pan. But I put a tiny bit of water down at the bottom so that if any grease drips, it won't start burning in the pan, hopefully. My stove is a little unlevel, but when it's in the oven, it'll be fine. And then I'll put it in a preheated 350-degree oven, and it should take a little over an hour because this is about a 1.5-pound roast after I cut it in half off the 3-pound. I forgot to say that I don't put a lid on it or foil. About halfway through, you want to check and see if it needs a little more water in the bottom of the pan so it doesn't start smoking your house up. I peeled my carrots, sliced them up. Now I have them in a steamer. That's the best tasting carrots. They're so sweet when you do them that way. We don't like them in the roast. They soak up like the potatoes would too, the grease from the roast, but steamed carrots are the best. Most people like onions with their roast, so I don't cook the onions in with my roast because I put a little water in the bottom and I don't want them to taste boiled. So I put them in the drippings from me cooking I'm searing the roast. I put up most oil and then I'll cook them with the lid on them with a little salt. And my husband liked that. Here are the steamed carrots. Nice and tender and sweet. This is a 2-pound bag. And here are my husband's fried onions. Here's the roast. They always shrink some, but there's still quite a bit of meat on there for 2 people. And I poured a little bit of the drippings over it to keep it juicy. There it is, all sliced up. It turned out to be quite a bit of meat for 1.5 pounds. But, I mean, it's delicious. But to me, the crock pot really makes it more tender. But it's tastier, I think, in the oven. Thanks for watching. So, that's the meal. Chuck roast, steamed carrots, a little bit of fried onions, and we're having baked potatoes. Like I said, I'm going to put a recipe on where I do the chuck roast in the crock pot all day. And it just turns out more tender. This is very tasty, but not quite as tender.